Hey Earth signs, welcome back to my channel. This is Jen with Lighthouse Oracle, bringing you another reading focusing on the incoming energies for the week and the advice. I'll be doing 3 separate readings for each sign, whether you are a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You are welcome to watch the whole thing or check out the description box down below for the timestamps of each sign, whether it is your sun, moon, rising, or if you have other elements in your chart. Please do check out those videos as well. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading, starting off with Taurus. Hey Taurus, this is your reading, and this week we are focusing on the incoming energies for the week and the advice. This week is from January 3rd through the 9th. I'm going to start off with some tarot cards, and we're going to get the advice from the Oracle. I'm using the tarot just to get a general overview on what the week looks like. And yeah, so this deck, I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck. All the decks that are used in this reading will be down in the description box, as well as any other information like like my social media or anything like that. You can check out my website. I have one of those things too. So let's see if we have any. Ooh, these cards, I feel like, okay, you don't like that. A little shy. Oh, and by the way, as I'm shuffling these, Happy New Year. I hope you guys all had a wonderful New Year's. Safe, of course, but wonderful all the same. Let's look at the energies. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands, we have the 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups in reverse. So let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, okay. That one, okay. So I was thinking of doing just 4, but for some reason, I was definitely called to do more than, to get 1 more. So let's see. So I definitely see a lot of fiery energy here. If you have fire elements in your chart, I would check out the fire sign readings for that. Also a little bit of water and a little bit of air, and of course Pentacles, which is earth sign. So, excuse me, Tauruses, this week seems a lot of it's a lot of very interesting energies. First of all, I do see a lot of planning going on, but also I see a bit of like a defensiveness with the 7 of Wands, and with the 6 of Cups in reverse. It could be, so upright, the 6 of Cups is a very good card. It means, it signifies like friendship, giving. It signifies, you know, like a generosity. But in reverse, there is like a lack of that, a lack of maybe giving too much, not enough receiving, or vice versa, whether you're receiving too much, not giving enough. The number 6 is a very balanced number. So with it being in reverse, I do see an imbalance there. I also do see the Queen of Swords, which talks a lot about the communication and clear communication, which I do see there is a bit of an imbalance here for you this week, Tauruses. With this 3 of Pentacles here, I do see a collaboration of some sort, maybe a project that you're working on, and maybe you're having to kind of defend your case a little bit. Maybe you feel like this King of Wands, where you've taken so much time to plan, to lay out kind of like the blueprint of this whole project, of this whole collaboration. And now that it's coming into place, you feel like you have to kind of defend yourself, and you kind of have to protect against competitors, or against, maybe it's like a very competitive environment, where there may be, like, I'm looking here where there's like an artist, there's a little nudity, so I'm going to cover that. But with the Three of Pentacles, there is like a teacher and an artist here, and you see kind of like that Three of Pentacles, and it's kind of like giving like guidance, or maybe like a, how do you say, like criticism. So maybe there is like a scenario where maybe there is a need to, maybe there is a need to not take criticism very so personally. Maybe there is kind of a project where maybe someone is getting a lot more attention than you are. Maybe you're doing a lot of the work behind the scenes, but maybe someone is, say, taking up all of the generosity that is given. So I do see this week being kind of a week of more clear communication, or need for more communication, more clear communication, and more of a balance of give and take. So let's look into your oracle cards and see what Spirit's advice is for you. Okay, let's look at... Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I was actually recording. I accidentally started doing a reading earlier and I was not recording, so that was kind of silly. But let's see for Tauruses, what advice does Spirit have for you for this week? And for the week being, you know, 7-day period, it could be a work week, whatever a week means in your mind, whether 2 weeks is a week, you know, a week. So what does Spirit advice? Oh, okay. Wow, look at that. Okay. Look at this. Full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. And maybe that is something that is what you're defending. Maybe there is a project in mind that you have, but you know, maybe your peers or someone that is of like kind of like a teacher or a boss or an authoritative figure may seem or may deem it impractical, or may, you know, think you're way in over your head. But I do see it kind of being more, you know, if you believe that you can achieve it, then you will figure out the plan. And I definitely believe in you, because I do see Tauruses as a very practical energy. Earth signs typically are very stable and very persistent, but sometimes the persistence can also be to your detriment as well. So I see kind of like practicality is needed sometimes, and that balance, so you can work together when your collaborative projects more harmoniously, but also with this Queen of Swords in reverse, saying that it's like finding a compromise, but don't lose your voice in the meantime as well. You know, staying true to yourself and being in your integrity and what that means for you. So say like, I'm getting kind of like an image, say you do have a project that you're working on, right? And maybe someone is suggesting to cut corners, and you know that it's not the right thing to do, or, you know that the outcome won't be as good or as, you know, drawn up, if you guys just did it the right way, or whatever the right way is. But I also, on the flip side, if someone suggests like an easier way to do something that doesn't implicate anyone, that doesn't hurt anybody, that actually may be beneficial for the entire group, then I would say, you know, maybe stepping away from the stubbornness of maybe having such practical plans and just, you know, I need to do it this way, I need to do it this way, and maybe taking that, you know, into those ideas and suggestions into consideration to make your lives easier kind of for everyone. But let's see what else we have. So this is the Moonology deck, and I think I said it before, but all of the decks that I've used in this reading will be down in the description box below. So let's see, this is the Wild Offering Oracle deck. So let's see what else the last little advice Spirit has for you for this week. I may be doing more check-ins on a weekly basis at least, or bi-weekly. Ooh, patience. Okay, so that one wanted to come out. I was trying to shuffle it and it was not letting me, so this one wanted to come out. But yeah, so I may be doing them bi-weekly or weekly. Just be on the lookout. I'm gonna try my best to keep a plan, but I don't want to promise anything as this channel is building. I want to, you know, do what feels right for me as well. You know, keeping that whole integrity thing in mind and my sanity in mind as well. So let's look into this card. So we have here, it says patience. It says, if you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. And there is a required patience here, where I do see this bee. It's a bee, let it be, or believe in yourself, believe. Okay. But, you know, I do see like the bees as oftentimes they work so hard and they keep working, making all that honey, you know, and all that stuff and pollinizing. And we are not worker bees. We are humans, so we need breaks sometimes, and even breaks from our plans. And maybe our plans were too rigid and didn't have enough fluidity for change. And you know, change is the only thing that is consistent. So sometimes, you know, our plans need, as much as we need a practical plan, yes, we need a plan that, you know, is doable and you know, achievable within this realm, but having the plan being fluid allows for it to go with the changes that may be unseen. I mean, look at 2020. I mean, just because we're in 2021 now doesn't mean that, you know, everything from 2020 just kind of disappears, right? We are learning, we're growing, you know, things are progressing, you know, with everything going on, but at the same time, it doesn't just disappear. And sometimes plans are still affected by the change of circumstances. And then, you know, maybe they're out of your control, and that's okay. But having patience generally will help give you a better perspective of the whole plan and allow you to make adjustments. So that is your reading. It's a little quicker than you know, some of them, but we don't all want to stay here forever. So let's just dive into some letters. I have some letters for you. So let's go in, and maybe they are initials, maybe they are words or some things of importance to you. But for Taurus, let's see, what does Spirit have for Taurus for this week? Let's grab these letters. All right, cool. So we have the letter M, we have the letter W, we have the letter O, we have a G, which I do see OMG. Oh my gosh. Wow. I do see an N, and way over here is a Y. Oh, 1, I have one, like winning a prize. I do see on or no. Okay, yep. I don't really see any other words or initials. Or NY, New York is important. Or OG, original. Be original. Letters have to be original. But thank you so much, Tauruses, for allowing me to read for you today. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below if it resonated with you, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already to my channel, so you can see me when I post again. But yeah, this is where I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to be moving on next to Virgo. Okay, have a great day or night whenever you're watching. I love you, and I hope you have a happy new year, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey Virgos, welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be focusing on the incoming energies for the week and the advice. I'm going to start off with some tarot, and then we're going to get the advice from the oracle deck. So the tarot is just going to be show me kind of an overview of the energies that are coming in for you this week. You know, I generally say, you know, 7-day week, or, you know, if you decide, you know, work week is a week, then, you know, whatever a week means to you. But generally it'd just be a week. So let's see what the week looks like incoming for you. Also, this is the Modern Witch Tarot deck, and all information about the decks that I've used in this reading, if I don't say them while I'm shuffling, will be in the description box down below. So let's see. What? So as I'm shuffling this deck, I can actually kind of already feel like a stubborn energy. Ooh, okay, yeah. Like it's like extremely hard for me to shuffle this for some reason. And I feel like that has something to do with this reading, or just maybe these cards themselves. They're a little thicker in cut, so, you know, that could be it. But let's see if there's, ooh, okay, ooh, okay. Is there anything else? Two more cards. I try to do a 4-card spread, but, you know, intuitive reading doesn't work out that way sometimes. So let's see. Ooh, that one flipped right over, so we're going to take that as, ooh, yep. And then the Knight of Swords comes out in reverse. Okay, and then the Queen of Cups. Okay, that's how we're gonna take. Anything else? Oh, okay. We're not gonna take those. That's 14. Yeah, okay. We're gonna stick with the 4. Okay. Let's see. So first card, I have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and then this one came out next, which was the High Priestess. And then I also have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and then the Queen of Cups. So, Virgos, let's see. Okay, so what I am seeing for this week, that there is kind of a stagnant energy, which I was getting from the beginning of the video, from the beginning of the reading while I was shuffling, that it was kind of a little stuck. And so I'm seeing that here with that Knight of Swords. But there is kind of that want to get out of the cold with this 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So, you know, you are recognizing that you're out in the cold, that maybe there is kind of like, because the Pentacles resembles kind of material things, tangible things,
And upright here, it shows, you know, these two people outside of what looks like a church, and there's like windows and stuff, and they're just out in the cold, which, you know, they could always just go inside. But in the reverse, I do see kind of the opposite of being out in the cold. You are searching for a way in, that you are searching for a way to get out of the cold, but there is something blocking you from that movement forward. With this High Priestess, which the High Priestess is ruled by the moon, which is a, you know, water, very watery energy. It talks about intuition, and maybe there is something that intuitively you already know what is blocking you from moving forward, but there's kind of like a little bit of the stubbornness too, that you're not allowing yourself to move forward. Maybe there's like a grudge of some sort. I'm not entirely sure, but what I see is kind of like that picture, right? That, you know, Five of Pentacles in reverse, like I want to get out of the cold, but then there's this like kind of mysterious, like the moon, the High Priestess being, you know, moon's energy is a very sensitive, a very emotional, but also a very secretive kind of energy. So I do see this kind of like a little mysterious, and maybe, you know, you're not letting your walls down necessarily in order to move forward. And maybe that is what's leaving, hindering you from moving forward. The Knight of Swords is also about, you know, fast communication, you know, speedy, run like the wind, bullseye, you know, like the wind. Also quick communication. Swords is an air energy, so it's all about communication, quick thought, also hasty thought. So maybe, you know, reading this too in reverse can, you know, kind of holding the reins on hasty communication, movement too quick and not enough planning. Or maybe there is something that is the reason why it's blocking you is because you want to kind of analyze it a little further, and maybe you're not sure what what the best path for you to get out of this cold is. But I also do see with this Queen of Cups is a very emotionally fulfilled feminine energy. The Queen of Cups is like a very it's interesting because when I see like the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups together, it's like kind of like the very that divine feminine that's like, you know, nurturing, very, you know, graceful, very compassionate, insightful, very intuitive. And the Queen in the Cups is watery, so it's all about emotion, and that coinciding with the moon energy, I definitely see this as a very emotional week. So let's go ahead and get into the Oracle decks, which I'm using the Moonology Oracle deck, or Moonology deck. What is the advice? So let's see what the advice is for this week for Virgos. What is it? Oh, that is a chunk, so I'm not gonna take that. What is the advice for this week for Virgos? What is the advice that Spirit has this week for Virgos? Oh, and also I will try to have a more consistent schedule of posting, but I am trying to, you know, I do have a day job, so please bear with me while I try to kind of create my schedule around this. Whether these energy check-ins will be weekly or bi-weekly, but it will at least be weekly. So, ooh, okay, we'll take that. Please stay tuned for that. So let's see what this card is. Ooh, okay, win-win. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra, which, wow, okay, which is a good thing, you know, but with Libras are also all about balance. So a balance between the emotional and the practical and the logical side, and being able to communicate your emotions clearly. But I do see it, yeah, there is like a win-win that comes out of it when you are able to bring these things into balance, and you will be able to get out of the cold with that energy. So let's see what else the last card is, and this is the Wild Offering Oracle deck. So what is the spirit advice you have for Virgos this week? Okay, we're gonna take this one. Oh, okay, nope. Okay, well, this one was a lot more insistent in coming out. I like flipped these two, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab it, and it flipped over, and this one was the one. So, okay. It says intention. And let's go ahead and read it. It says, intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. So, you know, I mentioned this earlier that, you know, there is kind of, you want to get out of the cold, but there kind of is like something keeping you stuck. And I do believe that maybe that is the intention, you know? What is your intention for being stuck or not being stuck? Or maybe what did you have an intention for being stuck in the first place? You know, maybe you felt like, you know, staying where you were was the safest place for you because, you know, maybe the next getting out of this cold requires some level of stepping out of your comfort zone, right? Maybe these people have never been inside of this church before and they don't really know what to expect. Will they be welcome? Will they get kicked out and maybe, you know, be banned from the church? That's all a mystery, right? But when your intention is good, when your intention is of the highest, and when your intention is, you know, from love, because I do see a lot of this pink and red, which reminds me of like the crown and the third eye. When your intention comes from a higher perspective and in a higher place, it allows you to see more and feel more, and allow you to see things from a higher perspective to, you know, focus your intention on. Okay, so let's finish this reading off with some letters. I have my little letter bag, so let's see what Spirit has for Virgos for this week. Okay, so we have an E, another E, an O, an S, a K, and a T. So I'm seeing, first of all, I'm seeing EOS, like EOS fitness, and I'm not really sure why that just popped up, but I'm also seeing like toe, going toe to toe with someone, I don't know. So what? But yeah, so these are your letters. You have E, S, K, T, O, and E. If you have any words that you maybe see, oh, see, huh, if you see or seek, what are you seeking to do? Wow, okay, yep. If you find any other words or maybe initials or, you know, things that pop out to you, please let me know in the comments, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. If you want to support me on my channel, please do. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate you watching. And yeah, I will see you all. I don't think I have anything else left, but yep, please let me know what you think, and and I will talk to you all in my next video, okay? And now I'll be moving on to Capricorn. Alrighty, bye Virgo. Hey Capricorns, welcome to your reading. We are focusing on the incoming energies for the week and the advice. I'll be starting off with the tarot to kind of give me an overview of your week and what the energies look like, and then we will go into oracle cards for the advice. This deck is the Modern Witch Tarot deck. Ooh, let's just take these two first of all. And all the information about the decks I use in this reading, as well as a bunch of other information, will be down in the description box below. Ooh, okay, interesting. So, let's go ahead and get started. I think that's it. I'm thinking that's it. Okay, so we're just doing the 4 today. Let's see. So, starting off with the Tower energy. The Tower card, big moments. Isn't this still Capricorn season? Yes, it is. It is still Capricorn. Yes. Okay. So big moments for you and change. And then I have the Knight of Cups and the Chariot and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So what I am getting for Capricorns is there is something major that has happened this Tower moment. This almost like, and maybe it's because, you know, this new year, maybe we kind of, as much as sometimes we want it to, we kind of just wish that once we hit January 1st, 2021, all the problems of 2020 would just kind of disappear, and, you know, we would just start afresh and everything's brand new again, and we can go out and party, and things are back to normal, and COVID doesn't exist anymore, and bad things don't exist, and everything's all good and jolly again. But unfortunately, that is not reality, and time is continual, it's fluid, it is, you know, well, for spiritual folks, it's like non-linear, but this week may feel very heavy, and I'm seeing that it's very difficult to move forward right now. And maybe, you know, there is kind of that sense like, what's the point if the New Year's, you know, is the same and it's just as crappy, or it's, you know, there's just like, I'm getting kind of and I don't want to say like a depressed vibe, but I am getting a kind of sad because, you know, there was so much hope for 2020, and so right now that we're in 2021, there's like a little bit of an anxiousness about how to move in 2021, right? I've seen memes and, you know, pictures going around like, okay, we're just gonna kind of tip our toes in, we're not gonna touch anything, we're not gonna get too excited, we're just going to do our thing, we're not gonna bother anyone. But I do see a change in perspective, right? So I see, okay, so all of these cards right now are in the reverse, but there is there is always a way to put them back upright again. So with the Knight of Cups is a very, you know, it's an offer of love. It's an offer, you know, maybe it's like a cup of love, and maybe it's a cup of self-love, a cup of, you know, a commitment of some sort. And maybe you felt like, and maybe in your perspective, or in, you know, your mind's eye right now, or in your, you know, circumstances at the moment, just for this week, it may seem like you can't move forward, or there's nobody coming in, there's no Knight of Cups coming in offering love to you, there's no way forward. And the Page of Pentacles, the Pentacles is like kind of like a see, upright, it's a very inquisitive kind of an energy. Like a page is like, you know, has its eyes set on a goal, kind of like out on a mission type of vibe. And it's like, oh, there isn't even like a reason, there's no mission. But, you know, fear not. With the tower, you know, when I see a tower as well, it's kind of like breaking down the structures of what you thought you knew so you can build foundations to create a much more stable structure. Right? It's kind of like the Three Little Pigs. You know, they started off with grass and straw, and then they moved to like sticks or something, and then they moved to bricks. And every time the wolf came in, they blew that house down up until he went to the brick house, and they finally built that brick house, and now it's like structurally sound. And maybe right now you're at a place where you feel like, oh no, your whole foundation is down, but maybe this foundation wasn't as stable as we wanted it to be, as we hoped that it would be. But there's always opportunities to try again and to build again. So let's look at the advice that we have for you, that Spirit has for you for this week. So what does, oh my goodness. Let me see. What does Spirit, okay, this one. Wow, oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps. So literally it's popped out and it says, believe in the impossible, a blue moon. And maybe you've been feeling a little blue, but I didn't say like fear not, like believe in the impossible. The impossible is indeed possible. It's like almost really cheesy, but also very true at the same time. Impossible just means I'm possible, and with a change of perspective, it can change so much too. So let's look at last advice for this week. I'm trying to keep it as short as I can, but I do tend to ramble a bit. So Capricorns, what does Spirit have for Capricorns for this week? Okay, that one. Oh no. Okay, what does the advice Spirit has for Capricorns for this week? What does Spirit have? What is the advice from Spirit? Okay, this one. Okay, yep, this one. Forgiveness. Okay, I love this. Oh my god, I love this. Okay, so let's go ahead and read it together. So forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will help me to the new. And of course, you know, if you're not particularly, you know, the Christian faith, you could always replace the word Lord with Spirit, Universe, Divine Higher Self, you know, fill in the blank. But on here it says, dear Lord. And it really just talks about faith, you know, your faith, wherever it may be. That forgiveness for what has happened, what already is there, you know, as much as we did not want 2020 to be what it was, unfortunately, that's what it is sometimes. And the first step to healing is to forgive yourself for, you know, we all didn't know what was going to happen this year. We all didn't, or last year, we all didn't know, you know, the amount of change that was going to happen just within the last year. And so being able to forgive yourself first and foremost for, you know, maybe you thought you could handle so much stress, and then maybe this one time it's just been a little bit tougher. It's okay, you know, it is a struggle, and you are not alone in the struggle, and your struggle is just as important as anybody else's. And yes, sometimes people would say, you know, well, what about somebody else? Well, you know, everyone struggles, and everyone handles struggle a little differently, and everyone experiences trauma and, you know, bad experiences differently as well, and internalizes it and processes it differently, and it's still okay, you know. Maybe you may feel like, oh well, you know, I just stayed home all day, but I'm still depressed. But it's not like I still have a job and I still have this and this. And yeah, but your struggle is still your own. And I kind of just want to say that it's okay, and to not be so hard on yourself for feeling pain when you're struggling. And to forgive yourself. And healing comes from accepting the fact that life isn't easy sometimes. And sometimes it feels this way. Sometimes it feels like your whole foundation is cracking and falling apart. But, you know, once you're healing, and as you accept that part, once you accept the fact that it's done, right? Once you accept the fact that that tower is crumbled, now you can imagine something better in its place. You can start rebuilding again. You can start, the stepping stones, building each brick by brick, grabbing more, what you've learned from the previous that didn't work out so well, and making it the foundation of this new place stronger. So let's go ahead and just get into the letters and close off this reading. It is a little, okay, well, right before we do that, so I'm gonna put this to the side, but I do see like these kind of like raindrops, and it's almost kind of like making me think of like tears. But with rain, that's what helps the flowers bloom, right? It's what helps the garden grow. It's what nourishes the ground, and sometimes, and definitely letting it out, your emotions, is a lot healthier than keeping it in and bottled. And it also lets others know that you need help. And it's never a bad thing to seek help, whether it's from your soul group, your soul tribe, your support group, or me. If you're having a tough time, Capricorn, and you want to talk, just I have a website, and there's like a contact me button if you want to send me an email or something. I would love to talk to you, or maybe I can share you up with a meme or something. Honestly, I am not a licensed therapist, so please do not ask me for professional advice, but I'm here for you as a friend, as an advisor. I'm not a professional, but I am an advisor. So let's go ahead and dive into the letters, shall we? So what does Spirit have for Capricorn this week? Let's see. Okay. I see T, and then P, V, J, Y, Q, and S. So it's interesting that also in the letters too, it's kind of missing vowels. So I can't really make many words without, which actually it's I don't know, maybe this is applicable, but I'm seeing kind of like, the vowels are very integral to the foundation, and we're finding our vowels right now. We're like in the learning process of getting those vowels, but you can still make something from this too, right? Like from the sounds, and maybe not from the visual, but like I'm here seeing like J and Y in the middle. If there's an O, joy, right? You can always find joy wherever you are. And as long as you have these pieces, you can count on, the universe will help you with the last one. Look at that. J-O-Y. It just needs a change of perspective. And this little pentacle is your little O. And it all takes a little bit of... Ready? Are you ready for this? POV, a little point of view, a little change in perspective. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna put these like this. All right, and we're going to end the reading here. If you've watched from the beginning all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching, and please let me know if this resonated with you, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and just know that I love you, and thank you so much for watching again, And yeah, please let me know in the comments what you think of this reading. If you have any suggestions for future readings, please let me know your thoughts. I would love to know. But I hope you had a happy new year. And I really hope that you come back and see me again in my next videos. Okay? Bye.